The whole of Africa has a problem in terms of men dealing with women. For those of us in this part of the world, we are not free from that problem. Men naturally, most of the time, especially in those days in the Bible, they saw women as part of their agricultural implements. So the Jew, for instance, will pray a prayer and say, Lord, I thank you that I'm not a slave. I thank you that I'm not poor. And I thank you that I'm not a woman. And when they are counting their animals and their agricultural things, they'll say, I have a bullock, I have a plow, I have a cutlass, I have a knife, and then I have a wife. They add the woman to their things. That is how come one man can marry 3 women and nobody permits a woman to marry 3 men. So they'll tell you that the culture and the tradition says a man can be a polygamist, but it is a crime for a woman to have many husbands. And then the woman will be going into the room in turns to sleep with one man. Okay? I believe that a man who truly respects his wife will keep only that wife all the days of your life. You will give her equal rights. The same way she cannot marry another man in addition to you, you too cannot marry another woman in addition to her. Okay? That is why the Bible said that the bishop must be the husband of one wife. It means that ideally a man is not supposed to be a polygamist. Oh, but we know many societies where there are polygamies, and then when you go even into the Bible, Abraham was a polygamist. Abraham is not your standard. Jacob had many wives. Look at his confusion. He is not your standard. Isaac is a better option. I think Isaac had just one wife. He didn't have the many wives. And if you study the Bible, you'll find out that Isaac had a very stable family. The kind of confusion Isaac, apart from what is the name, Esau and Jacob and their own things, we know what happened to them. But his was something that was easier to manage. But in terms of Abraham, it was chaotic. And when you come to Jacob, the chaos just multiplied. Can I suggest this? That any man under the sound of my voice, anything you don't want your wife to do it to you, don't do it to her. Okay? If you don't want your wife to do anything to you, don't do it to her. What will you feel if you heard one day that your wife was building a house somewhere, but she never told you about it? I'm sure you are going to get very angry. But you know what, people? That is exactly what we do to our wives. Sometimes we even build houses for women, and she doesn't know anything about it.